I've been asking a lot of people the same question because everybody has a different points of view, how and what they have learned through this quarantine. I know we've been in touch regularly, but నీకని నువ్వు తెలుసుకునింది ఏంటి quarantine time లో? Wow, this is something I learned about me అని.
I think I learned a lot of things about me way before quarantine.
Because నువ్వు ఇంట్లో ఒక్క సెకండ్ ఉండలేవు కదా పాప. So, how is it that you're able to?
It's not that I couldn't be at home. It's just that I didn't have the time. Yes, there was a point about maybe 2-3 years back in my life where I couldn't be at home, where I didn't know what to do with myself. But you know that my spiritual journey over the last 2-3 years, and just sort of being comfortable with not having company around, and just sometimes not even having work, and talking inward and just being at peace with yourself. I think happened over the last 2-3 years. I would have gone really mad if I was the past Rakul and it was this quarantine. Right now, nakanta restlessness em ledu. I just feel that we have so much to be grateful about, Laku.
Ade baby.
There are so many people, so many actors. Bombay lo help the ad ledu. The servant room ledu.
అవును
There's
అవును.
no. So you know that I shifted my house 10 days before the lockdown happened. And
Yeah.
kuda ledu, morning vastadi, night elipoddi. Hyderabad laga
అవును.
ledu. And the moment I'm talking about the smallest things, and I shifted
Yeah.
here, I have a help and I have a cook, and people don't have food to eat. And if
Exactly.
with the food that we have, the house, shelter, help, love, good health, and even then if you are cribbing about the quarantine, I think there's really some introspection needed there.
No, but you're being very positive about it, and it's really important to hear that because people take whatever you just said for granted. ఇవన్నీ ఉండేది కదా, ఇది కూడా లేకపోతే this is all given. What more? మన restaurant కి ఎప్పుడు వెళ్తాం, బయటకి ఎప్పుడు వెళ్తాం, where is our next party? But and people are going through a lot of depression because they are not used to being with themselves. నువ్వు ఇప్పుడు అన్నావు చూడు, నేను నా స్పిరిచువల్ జర్నీ వల్ల నేను అదే పాత రాకులు అయి ఉంటే ఈ క్వారంటైన్ తట్టుకోలేమని. I think నాకు also in this trip ఇంకొంచెం deeper in my spiritual practice, in the doingness of nothing. And ఈ సిరీస్ స్టార్ట్ చేయడం కూడా ఏదో క్వారంటైన్ నాకు తెలుసు ఇప్పుడు సిరీస్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తానని ఏం జరగల. It just organically happened, and I tell you, ఈ రోజు నా గ్రూప్ లో I sent it to about 500 people. I have 2 broadcast lists that I sent. I thought ours will be the most easy, boring, because we're best friends and everybody అందరికి తెలుసు తీసుకొచ్చింది ఇట్లా రాకుల్ని అని. You won't believe so many people sent me questions తెలుసా నీకు అడగమని. I was like, wow, really? Remember I called you half an hour ago. I said, what are we going to talk about? We'll just talk now.
Like, I don't even know what is it that you're going to ask me that you actually don't know the answer.
I know. I'm like, what should I ask? What people want to know, right?
Yeah.
So tell me, ఈ quarantine lo, I know fitness kuda you were able to keep it up because you go to the gym or yoga outside. Self motivation ella papa, నీకు shooting ledu, okay? You have no award function to go to. Indefinitely quarantine is there. Because I'm good 1 week, I'm bad 1 week. How do you keep that consistency for yourself?
Laku, I think self-motivation for me over the years comes, that's who I am. It doesn't depend on what I'm doing the next day. It's how I like to feel internally. I feel terrible. Na body ఇప్పుడు quarantine లో కూడా నేను 6:37, we are up and we're talking. I don't have to. I can sleep till 10 o'clock. I can watch movies till late. But not that it's just that that's the way I like to be. I just feel that you have all this time, and ఈ time ఉన్నప్పుడు also if we can't be an optimum version of ourselves, then what are we doing with this time?
I think that's why we are friends, So మేమిద్దరం కలుసుకునేది కూర్చొని గంటలు ఉండదు. So she'll come for shooting, and she'll have time from 12 to 12:45 lunch break. Nenu shooting lekunda nenu intlo unte, we go to each other. We spend that 45 minutes. We've had breakfast at 6:30 in the morning. only 15 minutes time undi and cheppi we've done that, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
But that, right now, so for me, motivation is something that becomes a part of you. If you do it because you have to shoot, then that's you doing it with an agenda, not who you are. And I feel when you give it out to the universe that I am someone who deserves all of this, you sort of put your discipline out there, you put your motivation out there, you put your zest for life and work out there at all points. It
what
doesn't.
gives you that zest for life? What gives you that zest for life? People have everything that you have. Most of the people who are on Instagram and, yes, people are really, really, really suffering. Indialo ekku poverty gurinche maatladtam, people not having enough food gurinche maatladtam. This pandemic has made it even worse for the daily wagers. I know you've been taking care of 200 people from the time the lockdown started in Delhi through your parents. 200 మందికి తను ఫుడ్ పెడతా ఉండే ఎవ్రీ రోజు కుక్డ్ ఫుడ్ స్టార్ట్ చేసినప్పటి నుంచి మమ్మీ డాడీ చూసుకుంటా ఉన్నారు. బట్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్ హ్యావ్ వాట్ యు హ్యావ్ అండ్ అ లాట్ మోర్ దెన్ వాట్ యు హ్యావ్.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
lot more. But what gives you that zest? Like, yes, I want to be up because these are extraordinary times. Okay, నువ్వు షూటింగ్ ఎప్పుడు వెళ్తావు నీకు నిజంగా క్లారిటీ లేదు. అండ్ మన ఫస్ట్ లాక్డౌన్ దట్ 21 డే అన్నప్పుడే షూటింగ్ ఏంటి, స్కెడ్యూల్ ఏంటి, డేట్స్ ఏంటి?
I was, I read something long back. I'm forgetting ye book lo chadvanu. It said that are we ever thankful that the sun rises in the right direction? When we wake up in the morning, are we thankful that we open our eyes? Are we breathing? Is the sun setting? If it doesn't happen for one day, if the sun doesn't come out, the life will finish. But we're not
Yes.
thankful about these smallest things. And it started with that for me, that when all of this is right and so many more things, firstly, whether it's my work, there's so many people who don't know their passion. One, I know what my passion is. Second, I'm lucky enough to be able to do what I love, to not think of my job as a job. So I'm so lucky. So there's so much to be thankful about. Can I not just be dedicated? All that's asked for me is to give my 100%. How do I expect the world to give me what I want if I can't give 100% in return? That's the only
Bam! That's my girl right there. Yeah, power. No, that's what I mean, gratitude.
gratitude.
Rakul, నేను చాలా దాని గురించి మాట్లాడుతూ ఉంటాం because, there are some horrible people out there, especially in the industries that we work, that is so everybody's fighting to be on the top, and everybody is, you don't know who to trust, who not to trust, and then you trust some people and those people start being something else. It's just, to get over that and to find gratitude in that small thing. So నాకు రకుల్ ఎప్పుడు అదే అంటుండేది, how lucky are you this happened to you, how lucky are you? Because మనం ఎప్పుడు bigger picture చూడం. To be grateful to be waking up that morning, and you're very true, opening your eyes and breathing. If we start thanking that each thing,
Thank
మన
there are so many billions of neurons in our body. Do we ever address thank you, everything is working, thank you, all that electrical wiring is properly plugged in, thank you, my heart is pumping, my body is pumping, like you that we ignore. Humans have a tendency to take everything for granted, I feel.
No, but
And
what you're saying, thousands of people are listening, lakhs of people are listening, Rakul.
yeah,
And మనం ఎన్నిసార్లు gratitude గురించి చెప్పినా, thank you గురించి చెప్పినా, నువ్వు beautiful గా చెప్పావు. To be able to wake up in the morning, to look at the sunrise, అక్కడ start there. Start being grateful for those things, and then you'll start seeing all the beauty around you, kada?
ade ante, it's always like glass full, glass half empty, half full.
Half.
We've all
మా ఇద్దరి ముందు ఏదైనా ఫుడ్ పెడితే చూడాలి, కొద్దిసేపు దాని పోయిటరీ చదివి పాటలు పాడి, వీల్
ఎంత బాగుంది, ఈ క్రిస్ప్ టెక్స్చర్ ఎంత బాగుంది, ఇది హాట్ ఎంత బాగుంది, అయ్యో
ఈ
ఐ
రోజు
మిస్.
నీరజాకి మెసేజ్ పెట్టా పొద్దున్న, ఒక పెద్ద లిస్ట్, ఇదిగో ఇవన్నీ ఇంగ్రీడియంట్స్ తెప్పించుకుంటున్నాను నేను, వాట్ ఎల్స్ షుడ్ ఐ గెట్? And then I sent Vishnu the message. I said, Vishnu, what do you want me to get from Q-Mart? He's like, nothing. I said, you better tell ingredients and you know cook chedani తీసుకొచ్చాను నేను అని for Vishnu to cook.
Cooking, man, amazing food. నేను చేస్తున్నాను, నీకు తెలుసు, పంపించాను ఫొటోస్, బట్ అంత ప్రెజెంటేషన్ కోసం
ప్రెజెంటేషన్ లేదు, తినడానికి బాగుంది. Aman has become a great cook, I heard.
He has been cooking amazing food. Of course, I'm vegan now, so he's been cooking all the non-veg because that's not. We stopped ordering food. బయట నుంచి తీసుకురావట్లేదు, అసలు ఏం లేదు బయట నుంచి. సో ఒకరోజు బటన్ చికెన్ తినాలంటే బటర్ చికెన్ కుక్ చేశారు, కడాయి చికెన్ చేశారు, చాలా బాగా చేశారు. అంటే నాకు అంత పేషెన్స్ లేదు ఒక 4 hours ప్రొసీజర్ది. I'll make something which is quick, 1 hour, more on the healthy bake side.
అవును.
Adi. But Aman's been doing gas cooking.
I'm going back to a little bit of work. What is a heroine's role in a commercial movie's success? How much do you think she adds value to it? Because it is the poster value, right?
That question has a lot of layers. Commercial, as we specify, is very, very different. Today what is commercial? Today little bit story and still the songs is also being termed as commercial. It's the role.
నీకు డిఫరెన్స్ ఇంకొంచెం ఎక్కువ తెలుసుంటుంది. హైదరాబాద్ లో పనిచేసి ఇప్పుడు బాంబేకి పనిచేస్తే నీకు సేమ్ క్వశ్చన్ నువ్వు బాంబేలో పని చేసి ఉండకపోతే డిఫరెంట్ ఆన్సర్ ఉండేది.
Yes, I feel what you're asking is that if you don't have too much to do in a film, say it's just few scenes and few songs and still the film is a hit, what value do you bring to the film? Tell me if I'm wrong. That's what you're asking, right?
Yeah.
Which is a question even I had, which we've had this discussion on why am I doing it if it doesn't give me that satisfaction. I'll tell you, but there has to be a balance, Laku. Yes, we love stories, but Indian cinema has lived on songs. Our Indian songs have been a part of cinema. Those are the songs.
Of our cinema. మనకి ఎంత ఈడియం ప్లే చేసుకున్నా ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ద నైట్ ఇట్స్ హిందీ సాంగ్, హిందీ బాంగ్రా ఆర్ పంజాబీ
అట్లైనా it is buster for many millions and millions of Indians. వాళ్ళు వస్తే వాళ్ళ ఎంటర్టైన్మెంట్ కోసం మూవీకి వెళ్తారు. ఆ ఎంటర్టైన్మెంట్ లో వాళ్ళకి 5 songs ఉంటే they see those 4-5 songs, they see those 4-5 nice scenes. For them it's aspirational. So that's when I understood that even if you don't believe in a certain kind of cinema, you might watch films from the West and be like, I want to do this, I want to do that. You have to sort of strike a balance somewhere and give that audience who make you, let's face the fact, the films you and I will like and we feel that we bring so much to the table will not make you a star.
Yeah.
Love that you get from millions happens when you have those songs.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Yeah, so somewhere I feel you do bring that added value in terms of the glamour,
popularity, glamour,
or just looking that part, or doing your bit in that part. Now I wouldn't say Nanaku Premto had a great role. That was also a commercial. Or
yeah.
Daran Doi was a great role. That was also a commercial film. So it always adds when you have a good role with a commercial film. But I think things are changing now. I think there's a midway that we have come to where I don't think anyone wants to do also just songs.
అటు ఇటు so how has నువ్వు ఇప్పుడు సినిమాలు చూస్తున్నావు కదా, సినిమాలు కథలు వింటున్నావు కదా, how has your perception changed in what kind of movies you're selecting, or what is your criteria right now when you listen to your scripts?
I'll be very honest with you. There's a lot more that I want to do than what is right now on the table, probably. I'm not saying that I'm not satisfied, but that to get there, I will have to work through this. When you start out, it's not like I can say this is exactly what I'm going to do, and otherwise I won't do the rest. Yes, this is exactly what I want to do, but probably to get here, I will have to do a little bit of everything to sort of figure what works for me and what doesn't work for me. So
sometimes your casting in your head is different to what the director has in his head for you.
And for a larger audience to make them believe that you are suited for a wide variety of roles, different kind of roles, you have to do that kind of credible work, do some sort of work. Now if I'm talking only of Bombay or only of Telugu. Things work very.
What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite movie until now that you've done, that when you every time you look at it, it's like, ah.
Of I have done, I think Venkataji will be very special because his first film. I loved doing Rarandoi because again it was a very sweet character. I loved Dhiran Adhigara Mundru, my Tamil film. And then Dede Pyar De is something which really opened a lot of avenues for me in Bombay. So that's also going to be very special always.
What was this? Manne coffee. Choco lava. With only 2 ingredients. Mananda? Cheppu notito.
Hey!
Half piece తిన్నాను అంతే, జస్ట్ హాఫ్ పీస్.